The moment the sun dipped beneath the horizon, the air in the dark woods grew thick with whispering shadows and soft creaks and rustles. A knight stood at the edge of tangled trees, wearing a heavy, glimmering helmet that made vision hazy and shapes wobble like candle flames. That helmet was meant to protect, yet it blurred the path, dimmed the colors of trees, and turned friendly shapes into confusing shadows. The knight's heart pulsed, a mixture of bravery and worry, for tonight's quest would demand more than strength. In the first 30 breaths of the dusk, the knight realized that something essential was missing: ability to see clearly. Without clear sight, danger might hide around every twisting root, every low branch, every rustling bush. In that moment, the knight understood that reaching the big oak, the guiding tree at the center of the dark woods, required more than walking forward. A companion was needed, someone to trust, someone to guide. The knight took a breath of cold, mossy air, shoulders tight. The quest? To reach the big oak before midnight in order to restore the path home. But what the knight did not yet know was how to trust another, and how teamwork might light up everything obscured by shadows. The dark woods stretched out like an ocean of shadows. The trees leaned, branches twisting, leaves whispering secrets carried by a cool breeze that tasted like wet earth. Under those lowering boughs, moonlight trickled in small, silvery slivers, shimmering upon moss, upon bark, upon fungi that glowed faintly. The knight's helmet clinked and hissed slightly with each breath. Vision flickered. Something ahead looked like a crouched wolf, but might be only a fallen log. Something behind sounded like twigs snapping, but might be only rain dripping from leaves. The knight's heart hammered. Too many doubts, too many unseen dangers. Then the knight heard a soft padding on the forest floor, a friendly, rhythmic set of footsteps. A small creature, a fox-shaped being made of golden fur, with ears attuned to every rustle, appeared just beyond arm's reach. The fox companion offered to be guide through the dark woods. The knight hesitated, unsure whether to accept help, because the helmet meant seeing everything was impossible, and trusting another with direction required letting go of control. Here the inciting incident stood. Without guiding help, the knight might wander, may not reach the big oak before midnight, might never find the path home. The educational quest: to learn trust and teamwork, to accept guidance, to share responsibility, and to journey together so that both could succeed. The knight accepted the fox companion's offer, steps trembling, heart steadying. A plan formed. The fox companion would lead, pointing out hidden roots, broken branches, slippery moss. The knight would follow, using strength, courage, and listening, trusting the companion's sense of direction. The journey into the deep, dark woods began. The path forward was narrow and winding. Challenge 1, the River of Murmurs. The ground sloped down and the knight heard water gurgling. A river, wide and shallow, glowed faintly under moonlight, bubbling over smooth stones. The riverbed was slippery. The riverbank was steep. The helmet's visor fogged, obscuring distance. The knight could not see which stones were safe. The fox companion sniffed, pawed at stones, paused, then led toward a series of stones that jutted out like stepping stones. The knight took the first step. Foot slid, breath caught, regained balance. Then the second, the third. Step by step, with the fox companion's guidance, the knight crossed the river. The stones made soft splush and slosh sounds as water lapped around ankles. The knight's heart thumped, cold water splashing, helmet rattling. After the last stone, solid ground felt warm, moss soft underfoot. Relief surged. The first test of trust and teamwork succeeded. Then deeper into the woods. Tree trunks massive, roots tangled like giant snakes. Shadows shifted. The moss smelled damp and sweet. The wind whispered secrets. The knight listened, leaned forward, trusting each sound that the fox companion translated. That trust steadied each step. Challenge 2, the hollow cave of echoes. Further ahead, a cave mouth yawned, wide and dark. Within the cave, every sound echoed twice, then thrice. Footfall echoed, drip of water echoed, heartbeat echoed. The knight's helm amplified echoes, making faint sounds seem loud, and loud sounds seem frightening. The fox companion entered the cave first, nose low, ears up, tail brushing ground. The companion paused, sensed danger. One stone was loose, one pool deep. The knight followed, cautious, trusting footsteps behind. Branches overhead dripped water, stones glinted faintly. Echoes made every drop sound like thunder. The knight's breath felt heavy, helmet tight. Step by step, relying on companions' warnings. Tap-tap over solid rock. Careful sidestep to avoid deep puddles. Pause when drip overhead might drop sharply. The knight closed eyes for a moment, letting hearing guide, letting the fox companion's cues matter. Trust built with each safe passage. At the end of the cave, moonlight spilled in. Solid ground. Relief. The knight's heart lighter. Challenge 3, the shifting trees maze. After leaving cave, trees arranged themselves into a maze. Paths forked, left or right. Moss path or dirt path. Underfoot crunch or leaf carpet. The helmet's vision dimmed everywhere, making paths look alike. The knight nearly took a wrong turn. One path looked soft and leaf-covered but smelled musty. Another looked dry and smooth but felt cold. The fox companion paused at forks, sniffed air, tapped bark, listened to wind. The knight leaned close, followed sound cues, followed companion's lead. Every turn involved making choices. Which path to trust? The smooth path that felt cold? The leaf-covered that smelled sweet? The companion led to subtle clues. Cold breeze indicates open sky ahead. Must smell damp if near water. Listen for soft chirps that suggest clearing. 3 forks faced. At first fork, wrong choice avoided because companion pulled gently in safe direction. Second, narrow path over shallow ditch that might trip the knight, companion guided around. Third, steep slope down, smooth but slippery, companion guided knight to gentler slope around. At each fork the knight asked inside, is this safe? Can I trust this path? The knight remembered lessons from river and cave, trust companion, listen carefully, teamwork. With each choice, the bond between knight and fox companion grew stronger. The shadows retreated slightly under the weight of shared courage. During the maze, the knight's mind pictured giving up many times because darkness and confusion tempted hesitation. But in each moment, companions' pause, gentle nudges, soft guidance, brave example pushed the knight forward. Trust and teamwork carried weight, more than sharp vision. The biggest challenge was just ahead. The big oak stood on a high hill, but a final chasm blocked the way. A rickety wooden bridge spanned the gap, planks creaking, rope frayed, wind howling through the canyon below. The moonlight revealed the bridge sway, and the helmet blurred the distance. The knight froze, kneecaps trembling, imagining every plank breaking, rope snapping. The heart thumped like drums, every shadow seeming to deepen the gap. The fox companion sniffed the air, tail raised, tested the first plank with cautious step. The knight watched companion's movements, trusted them completely. Companion proceeded, alert, steady. Knight followed, trusting each guidance. One plank carefully, next tied rope handhold, step by step across. Halfway across, a plank cracked loudly. The bridge shifted. Knight's breath shook. But the companion paused, back foot planted firmly, encouraged trust with steady presence. The knight pressed forward, trusting that when companion paused, danger lurked. When companion moved, path was steady. The helmet's vision, though hazy, mattered less now because the knight's ears, senses, heart, all tuned to companion. Finally across, reaching the high hill. Breathing heavily, chest rising and falling, arms shaking slightly. Then the big oak loomed, trunk wide and ancient, bark rough, branches stretching to moon and stars, leaves whispering lullabies. Moonlight shone through gaps in branches, light dancing on leaves, casting soft patches on ground. The knight touched the oak's trunk, felt strength, felt victory. At that moment, vision felt less important. Courage had carried forward the knight. Trust had made possible each step. Teamwork had built a bridge, crossed rivers, navigated mazes. The knight's heart glowed, helmet still limiting sight, but felt lighter than ever. The way home appeared. A faint path, illuminated by moonlight, filtered through the big oak's branches. Together, knight and companion walked down that path, footsteps soft on leaf and moss, towards safety, towards warmth. The moon sailed high overhead, stars watching silently. The fox companion nestled beside the knight under the branches. The night breeze was cool, gentle, carrying the smell of pine and damp earth. The helmet, though still limiting, felt less heavy on the knight's head, not because vision improved, but because trust had grown strong. The knight recognized a simple truth. Courage is not about seeing everything. It is about trusting a friend. Without sharp sight, bravery still shines. Without perfect vision, trust and teamwork can guide through darkest woods. Did the knight see clearly as the journey began? Or was the way blurry and shadowed? Could you feel how scary the caves and river were? Can you think of one moment when the knight had to choose whether to trust the companion or not? What would you have done in that moment? Do you believe that teamwork helped even more than looking with perfect eyes? Can you say together trust and teamwork? In our next adventure together, a young explorer will travel into a rainbow cave to learn about colors. How each color sings its own song. How red, blue, yellow work together to make new shades. What shall we learn about there? Will we learn about mixing colors? Or maybe how to see beauty even in the shadows? Join us next time to find out. Moral core: courage is not about seeing everything, but about trusting your friend.